Sorry, mate. I'm still having some issues here at the moment. That might be my only shot here because just nothing's just working. I don't know what is going. It's the same issue I had on Tuesday. Live. What do I do here? Just press watch stream. Yeah, let's see if this works. Okay, that seems to work. Are we both talking? Can everybody hear us? I hope. Okay. That's why he's very consistent in the championship lead at the moment. Just seeing the Rock coming into the pit lane. Hopefully everybody can hear us in the stream. If not, just let us know. We do find to have the odd technical issues along the way. Yep, I just got the back end of that lovely way to come into the pit lane. Yes, only current one out, nearly at the moment. No, Bodhod is, we haven't seen him too much, only 17th at the moment. Seems to do this quite a bit, leaves it late into qualifying to do his lap. Yep, there, he's just done it right on cue. Commentator's curse strikes. Very much so, underneath the hotel section. Yes. P4. Lovely stuff. Somewhere there. Oh, yeah, I could just see it, I think. It's a very weird spot. I have seen people crash there in the past, but that's something new in qualifying. He might have invalidated his lap time, although should have had a bit of time left up his sleeve, maybe. This is an interesting one. KD to the top. Yes. Yes. Should be very close to setting one, I would think. Yep. He invalidates that he's going to be starting from the back of the grid. Yeah, he's going very, very slowly. Let's see what the Renault Tim-Ant does. Needs to gain some points back in this championship. Comes around the final corner. Just misses the apex. Runs very wide. Not by much. And Bod doesn't even set a lap either. So he's starting from the back of the grid. Yep. Oh, that's very wide. Could have gained at least a couple of spots there. The FLC's validated, so I think we're nearly done, are we? Oh, yeah. Very nice. Yeah, do not know. Just while we're waiting, check your audio because I don't think you're being heard through the stream. They might be hearing me, not you. Just confirmation, please. If just when anybody can hear Tal at all, just let us know.
Surely that will be the one. I think that will definitely be the one. The fun of OBS.
Yes.
So whoever was using OBS last has just changed the mic to their specific mic. And the default one was not there. That's alright. Ah, dear.
Let's see if we get confirmation. Hopefully, we can get everybody can hear Tal, but you've got to bring up the see what everyone's tyres are on. This is something new for us. Obviously, you're streaming and I'm watching on, so
yes, of course. So tyre-wise, yeah, as we said, Breno on the mediums and 10th. He did a very good job to do a 35. Looks like everyone else has opted for the mediums. Banana and Bodhod, okay, it's coming up as they're disqualified, but I assume they've just been sent back to the grid. Banana on the softs.
That's just the case.
Yeah, very interesting choice there by Banana. Yeah, I'm really interested whether medium hard is the only way to one-stop. I'd find it very difficult to believe a soft hard would work here.
Yeah, it's difficult. I mean, last game I think you could do with either medium to hards or I think the two-stop was even an option here, but
correct, yeah.
I'd be very interested to see whether if a two-stop would work at all here, or whether, let's just say, for example, like Breno, you said in P10 starting on mediums, whether he'd be in with a shot for this race victory.
Yeah, the alternate could actually... I mean, the alternate strategy's really been dead this year. It just doesn't seem to work, but this might be a track where it could actually come to life. And safety cars just seem to happen here. Don't know why, they just do.
Yes.
So expect that to throw it up, and that'll probably be the only thing in his way. As Katie's not really wanting to wait, getting on with it a bit.
He's really hurrying up. He does not want to wait around. If he's waiting a long time on the grid, then if he's gonna doing that.
Yeah, well, Curving's playing a masterstroke. Really, he's gonna have fresh tyres off the grid.
Yes, he's just bringing the next group along with him back to the grid. So as we all lining up, let us know who you think's going to take the victory. Will the American take the race victory, or will somebody else take the victory?
As we've got a behind camera angle, please change before the start of the race.
Well, hopefully.
As nothing.
Are we going? Something happened with the lobby? Please don't tell me this is happening again.
Yeah, this is not looking promising. Looks like we're on lap 2 apparently in the top left corner, so that's always fantastic.
Yes.
Sensational moves already in the Grand Prix. Bodhod 2/10 of a second behind someone.
Amazing.
Yeah, and Smeg and Iconic Hugh with that plus-minus. Incredible scenes here.
Oh, yes.
Well, stab in the dark that the lobby has decided to cark itself.
As always, let's have a look here.
Well, while we sit here, have a look around the grid, as the host is migrating, so that's probably the assumption that the lobby will restart. And my F1's crashed, so that's just the absolute icing on the cake. Well, while we do that, I'll put us on. We will be right back.
You know you're better than this. You're working, you've been hiding, and you look half the time. Wanna train you like machines do. Ways to guard you, just keep it on. So you've been working, you've been hiding, and you look half the time. Wanna train you like machines do. Ways to guard you.
And welcome back, everyone. We've got the lobby all together, and we'll have another crack. Hopefully the lobby doesn't die on us. As my PS4 decided to black screen itself for a bit.
Oh, lovely.
So hopefully my disconnect or my game crashing was connected to the lobby and nothing else. Fingers crossed. As we've got Breno still loading in, so that's no very good sign. And while we are waiting, might actually get up our standings here. As for the drivers, you can see Chich with a pretty comfortable lead with 147 points over Tim Ant. Still not a race advantage, but as long as he keeps finishing, he should hold his buffer. You can see Pure Gold still there with a 110, but that'll be pushed over at some point as he is no longer a full-time driver. But then there's a huge gap back to P3 with Smeg and Breno in 60 and 63 points. And then you've got 3 drivers from 6th to 8th on 53, so Bodhod still decently up there, but I think his title it's hanging on by a thread now. Alcatraz in P9 with a 49 point haul, and False rounding off the 10 with 46, as is Curving. In the constructors, I do believe it is yet Mercedes with not a huge advantage over Renault, but I don't think Bodhod expected to be playing second fiddle. I think if Bodhod gets a hang of it, Renault will be the favourites. I can almost guarantee that. Haas Ferrari doing well in third with 118, as is Breno and Alcatraz at Alfa Romeo. Not too sure why they're pink on that graphic, but never mind that. And we'll go back to the live screen as the cars are coming off the grid. Hopefully we get a go this time. Thoughts on race victory tonight? Or anything of that kind?
It's a tough one to really pick now. Obviously, with Pure Gold now out of the assume he's going to Master Tier. We assume that out of the box because he's been dominant. The last couple of races?
Yeah.
This could really, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, probably mentioned it earlier, but there's many we don't know. The 2-stop works. If the 1-stop even works around here, safety cars could play a factor in this. So.
Yeah.
Don't really know. Cracker's left the session, so that's never a good sign.
Yep, Cracker's struggling. Might just give him a quick little invite. Just because I'm not driving, obviously it's easier.
Yep.
No, his net's fully carked. He's not even online. Okay, that's never good.
I'll be one less down before the race has even started.
Okay, or apparently maybe I've accidentally removed him. Apologies, Cracker. Don't know where your name is, or you've removed me, which would also be quite funny. But as we've got the AWS pitch strategy, and it's gone already, but I'm pretty certain it was suggesting a 2-stop or a 3-stop. I can confirm for you there is no chance of anyone doing a 3-stop without a safety car. That
Yes.
you can be certain of that. But
Absolutely.
I would be I would not be surprised if someone's doing the 2-stop. I have a feeling those softs are going to blow up.
And also bear in mind as well, everyone's on fresh tyres.
Yes.
Doesn't matter with our qualifying, with the glitched lobby as well. They're all on fresh tyres now. So
yeah. So does make it a bit harder for Breno. Breno's now going to have to fight with fresh softs. But in saying that, now that he can guaranteed make the 1-stop work now for sure. I think
yes.
Yeah. So let's hope we get a better go here. And looks like we've got a grid, and we're going to have
Sounds a lot better.
an image from behind apparently.
We're going to roll with it anyway. Cracker's now rejoined. We're underway. KD's had a shocking start off the line. If anything, the Rock has got the start, and Timant may go into second spot here. KD's had a real shock, as well as Curving Texas. It's going to be 3 wide in the background there. But somehow KD's managed to, I think, regather himself a little bit. No, I'll take that back. Rock and Timant go for the move and whatever corner name that is. But he's lost out big time. May have picked up some damage. It's a bit hard to see on my screen, but go a bit further back. But the Rock is now into the lead ahead of KD. So it wasn't the greatest start there for KD as we look a bit further back. They're all nearly going. The Red Bull boys look like they're going side by side. So Curving's really dropped off the start there. Started off the front row.
Yeah.
He's back in. Where is he going? He's still side by side here with his teammate Cutsy.
Yeah, he slots in behind Cutsy, and now Chich is going to get... Gee, Chich has got no speed down the straights. Cutsy's going to get him easily down into, honestly, whatever turn this is. And, oh, that's going to get real messy real quick.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, oh, it's gotten even messier. And there's actually...
Oh,
and
no.
KD's
Oh,
around.
KD's off.
So it's all happening here. I'm not too sure how that's happened. But, yeah, we saw Curving get a little bit... it's not a place to... Oh, and it's got even worse. Curving's round under the hotel.
Round, yep.
He's made contact with his teammate. Oh, don't flick it
Oh,
out.
well, don't do it. Yeah, okay, no, it can spin.
Yeah. Curving over the gentleman, doing the right thing. And, yeah, that's gone horribly there. Teammates... It's a bit of a bizarre one there. I'm not too sure what's gone on. But now we've got we've got 3 people up near the front that had no business being up near the front. And Breno is... I mean, look at this.
We've got the leaderboard glitch again. So
yeah.
it may
No.
fix itself in about half a lap, maybe. So don't be alarmed.
That's a late one, actually. We've never seen one that late. For a second, I thought that was
No.
incredible. But apparently we're on lap 3 as well. So
Yes.
yeah, the board's gone. Let's disregard it completely.
What we're seeing, Iconic Q's making a move, I think, past Breno there for 7th spot. And I think he's got that move done. But that's real terrible. The top 2 started the race in the top 2. Now, where are they? 14th and 17th, respectively. Curving's got a long recovery. He'd be hoping for a late safety car just to recover something in this race.
Yeah, and he's committed to the 2-stop there. He's on the mediums. So he'll definitely be a medium, you'd think.
Bodhod's on the move, but it looks of things up the inside there at the chicane, no less. And he's got by Cracker Jackson. He's up in the 10th. That's running very wide there, but I'll be surprised that's a warning.
Yeah, as looks like Rock's got a pretty decent lead at the moment. 1.2 seconds from Tim out.
Very nice start there. As Cheech is gone, our championship leader. What has happened there?
I can
Where
see
is
it.
he?
I can see where it is. It's on the inside. He's dropped it on the...
Is he in the pit entry?
Yeah, I think he's dropped it on the first right-hander on the curb, and it's just flicked him straight in, and it must have yanked the wheel off, because that is a bizarre spot. Well, that's huge.
Yeah, that's going to change it. I don't know what we're under. Whether are we under safety car? I don't know.
Yeah, it looks like the safety car boards are flicking. Yeah, apologies, because our dash is gone. So looking at the boards, it looks like we've got a full safety car. So that's massive. That saves
Just
curving.
do the hide UI thing, and then it might come back.
There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Does this quite a bit, trust me. So we are under full safety car now.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, Tim Ant's in the driver's seat now. He wins today. He takes the championship lead. And, I mean, realistically, he could just finish second and he'll be cruising. So, I'm not too sure that... maybe he's made contact with someone. But I'd find it... I mean, no one's going to make a move into there, surely, so...
That's very weird. Might have to get clarification on that with Chich, maybe.
Yeah, we'll get on to that as quickly as possible. But looks like no one jumped from the bottom half of the grid. So we'll see as they come around again. Will anyone take the free pit stop for the 2-stop.
Might be worth it
Yeah,
for some of these guys. Although, saying that, you could try and maybe stretch out the softs even longer. Maybe go into the hards. That's a long shot, I know, but looks like
Ooh.
racing. Oh, they're going to come in.
Wow,
and
racing.
collide with each other.
Yeah, so... Yeah, look, that's naughty from Iconic. It's not against the rules, but...
Meg's not going to be thrilled with that one at
No,
all. He's going to be have to queue behind now.
Yeah, that's poor. Gee, they're lucky that none of them have... How he's not lost a wing, I'll have no idea.
Oh, my God.
It's kind... I mean... It's kind of stupid within itself because it's made no difference to where they've come out.
Oh, God, Meg, don't hit the wall coming out of the pit lane.
Yeah. Yeah, it's made no difference to where they've come out, so it's a little bit odd, that one. But Iconic, I guess, trying to maximise everything.
Oh, that's something. I've never seen that with teammates. I mean, I've seen people like passing going into the pit lane. You think back, what was it, Sebastian Vettel, China, 2016?
Yep.
That's probably the only time I could think of. But that's just weird. They might have a blue after that race, but see with strategy. They're gone. Iconic's gone for another set of softs, and Smeg's gone for a set of mediums.
Yeah, that's so that's a 2-stop for sure then.
It's definitely a 2-stop. Yes.
And I think that's the smart move. I think anyone who hasn't taken this opportunity to convert to a free 2-stop is making a huge mistake, because the 1-stop will work now, but it's going to be really slow.
It depends how much longer the safety car will go for. Assume maybe another lap, maybe. Although it does tend to might stay for one more lap, considering curving. This is going to help curving Texas actually quite a lot here.
Yep. Yeah, curving's right back in this now. I mean, realistically, he's head of everyone in front of him that hasn't boxed.
Yep, that's very true. So I think we're going to get another lap here under safety car. So order at the moment is The Rock, who's leading the way. It was a great start for him, as Cracker's still having issues by the looks of things.
Yeah.
We got Tim Ant in position 2. I'm not sure points-wise where they currently. I mean, it's too early to tell, but he would probably get closer to that championship lead in second spot. Cutsy's in third, then Stonetail fourth. He's on the mediums, so he's the first on the mediums. You got Breno in fifth. James Cruz up into sixth. Bodhol in seventh. Crackerjack in eighth. I'll finish the top 10. Jay in ninth, and KD rounds out your top 10. Go to you.
Yeah. James Cruz. Didn't even notice. He's just snuck up into sixth. And legitimately as well.
He started outside the top 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was 11th. I'll just change the graphic. So, yeah, James up 5 spots. Bodhop up 10. So Bodhop's had a great one.
Yeah, considering he started last on the grid.
Yeah.
It's, I think it's very good pace there for James. He was originally a pad player, wasn't he? Has he switched to the wheel? I think a recent...
Yeah, middle of last season, I think he switched to the wheel. But he did go full no assist from the start, so, you know,
yes,
it was always going to take a lot longer for him to get a hang of it. As actually, Stone Tail's also up 8 spots, so he's done a very good job. And safety car will be in.
Righto. So it'll be interesting to see now whether, how long some of these soft tyre runners will go to maybe try for that 1-stop.
Yeah, well, the only thing we can say actually is the hards are an excellent tyre this year everywhere. They seem to last forever, and they're pretty decently quick. So I'm guessing 20 laps maybe is like the maximum. So you'd have to be... The earliest you can pit is 8, I would guess.
Yeah. It's a random guess. We don't really know. Let us know when you reckon the soft compound tyre runners will come in. Of course, the medium guys will be able to go just that little bit longer, so they might have a little bit of fresh tyres, as I think The Rock's going to go here.
Yeah.
I think he's nailed the start as he goes sideways off the final corner. That's not going to help those tyres as he leads us back. I think Towels had a terrible restart. What's happened to him? He's dropping spots here. He's ducked into, where's he going? Into 8th place. He's got wing damage. What's happened here?
Yeah, he's got big wing damage. I was about to say he's up in front of Breno, but I think he's had contact with Breno.
Oh.
He's done very well to get out of the way of everyone.
Oh, Curving and Smeg, I think they're battling away there.
Yeah.
I think he just gets out of everybody's road. Well done from the Stone Towel. But, yeah, it's a real shame for him. But still the Rock that leads the way. Got nearly a half a second gap there on Tim-Ant. But Breno now is the leader of the medium compactor tyre runners. James Cruz now at the 5th and Bodhard into 6th now. As his moves are happening in the background by the looks of things, as Katie and Jace battling away. I think Katie got the better drive out of the corner there. As I think Iconic Hughes well, as Alcatraz was weaving there just a little bit there. Not sure what the go was there. Smeg also up the inside of Banana by the looks of things. So there's lots of moves happening here at the moment. I think Bodhod's now making another spot. So he's up into 5th place now, is Bodhod. He's didn't actually see where he made that move on James Cruz, but definitely one to keep an eye on here is Bodhod. Obviously, he did start from last, 17th place, and he's up into 5th, so definitely one to keep an eye on, and he'd be closing down on Breno for P4.
Yeah, and he's got the luxury here. He can, I mean, with this pit stop or the safety car, he can alternate to the mirrored one stop if the softs can make a one stop. So these guys are in a luxury spot.
So I think Iconic here is a couple of moves going on in the background, I think. I think Stone Tail's made his way finally back into the lane as there goes the 100-metre board there. So Iconic here, I think, may have been the culprit of that one, but he's got Curving right behind him. There's a little bit of a battle pack, looks like, forming behind these guys. I think Smeg's on the move as well. He's up another spot here on Alcatraz. There's Bodhard and Breda, I think, look like they're battling away for 4th and 5th. Literally going side by side here. And who's that behind? I think is it one of the lap cars? A bit hard to tell there. It might be, yeah, it is an AlphaTauri, so ignore that. Bodhard ran the outside. I think he's cut the chicane. Yes, he has cut the chicane, so he'll have to maybe give that spot back. I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be a tough one. He'll probably argue he had nowhere to go, but I'm not too sure. He didn't really have the move done, did he? So, yeah, it's going to be a tight one, that one. Well, it doesn't look like he's giving it back. Normally, he's a pretty honest driver who'd give it back, so he's pretty confident he's safe.
Interested to see whether the game actually gave him a penalty or what.
Yeah.
I'll have to keep an eye on that one when the pit stops do come around. But we're on lap 8, so this is probably what Tower reckons. This may be the lap the soft compounder tyre runners pit. It's 1.2 second gap, well, 1.1 second gap between the Rock and Tim-Ant. And then you got Cutsy just another 1.6 further behind. So they're under 3 seconds, the top 3 at the moment.
The only other strategy we haven't really discussed is that maybe the soft medium will actually work, and if everyone does it, I mean the softs are going to be glue by that point, but if everyone's doing it, it's not really an issue.
No, that's a fair point, but just how long do the mediums last around here?
Yeah.
Issues, I think KD and James Crow. What is going on here? It's Breno involved here as well. There's a lot happening. Cars are literally going every which way. 3 wide. I think Iconics is taking 2 spots for free there. They're curving as well. This is all happening while the nearly the top 3, top 4 are pulling away.
Yeah, and as you can see, James Cruz just lifted off the throttle there to get out of that. So that's a veteran move. That's a smart move.
Probably a good call there. And all that Iconics up into 5th. Curving's in 6th, and Breno's back to 7th.
Yeah, this
is
This is,
closing in on James Cruz as well. Go to you.
yeah, this is like this is unbelievable how hard they're fighting.
Yes.
It's no one's trying to get the toe, especially around here where toe is king, and they're just everyone's just going really hard.
Yeah. Oh, hell for leather, really, I think.
We might go back up to the front because it looks like Timant has got it under a second, so he might be thinking about a move here on the Rock, who was a reserve at the start just because of commitments and so on, and I would have backed him as a full-time driver to be in the championship, so he's living up to his end of that bargain.
Yeah, at the current moment, holds on for that first straight. And of course, there'll be another straight here.
Yeah.
As Bonhot on the move again, up into third place now. So, really making moves now. Is obviously the reigning champion from last season. Again, Timant, I don't think is quite close enough as there's battles behind going on here as well. Specs up into 9th place and James Cruz back into 10th place. Spec runs very wide there coming out of turn number, where are we? Turn 14. And now Smeg will try and close in. He's got the much fresher tyres, remember, obviously with the battle, the pit stop going into the pits early with his teammate. And Cutsy looks like the first of the soft compounder tyre runners into the lane.
Yeah. So, mediums. So, he thinks the soft medium can do it.
Oh, he's got a penalty as well, so, I mean, probably not a bad thing to get it served straight away.
No, not at all. As I think that was...
I think it's Crackerjack was the other one, possibly he's
Yeah.
3 laps down the look of it. I don't know if he's actually rejoined. I'm not 100% sure on that. But we go to the front, still under half a second, so the Rock's still hanging on in these long straights. Just Timant just needs to get the better drive out of the corners on these DRS straights. A little bit closer this time. I think Smeg, there's a lot of battling going on in the background as well by the looks of things. But again, Timant not quite close enough as I think Smeg was trying to get past Breno and Jace just got, no, which way is this guy? Jace Cruz up into 9th. Alcatraz and a false equation as I think Breno's hanging on. Only just here because they got KD in front who's on very worn soft compounder tyres and the pole sitter. Meg trying to go around the long way. It's not really passing spot.
Yeah, Smeg is on the move, actually, to be fair. He's he might have actually played a blinder, to be honest.
Yeah. Might play himself back into this.
Yeah,
This will give him some more points in the championship as well after not the great weekend last time out.
yeah.
Or was it the weekend before? Can't remember. But someone else was in KD's in.
And Iconic also is actually, I mean, maybe it's worked out for him because Iconic's up in 4th and Jay Schick has retired.
Yeah.
Is that pit lane entry? Oh, it's pit. No, it's
Oh,
turn 1.
Turn 21, yeah, out of the final corner.
Yeah.
Do we have another safety car? We do, I think.
Yeah, we do. Wow, so KD's played a blinder there. So has Alcatraz and False. So they're going to... Oh, gee, that's very close to the wall. As False comes out behind the safety car, so he'll have to just...
Oh, that's
wait.
not what you need.
Yeah, I'd be keeping a good distance just in case that thing brake checks me.
Yes, absolutely.
And he's done well.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, now this is an interesting one. This throws up a whole host of options. I mean, everyone's going medium, so maybe the soft medium is like an easy to hear. Maybe we're missing something clearly. But
Yeah. What do you do here if you say a couple of guys like Bodhod and Breno and even Banana? What do you do here?
yeah, well, yeah, it's a tough one. I mean, Smeg started on the softs, I believe. So Smeg can, I think, I mean, he could just come in and set another set of mediums and he'll be okay. Yeah, Bodhod, etc. I think they're going to have to commit to hards. Yeah, it's a tough one. It really is.
So Bodhod stays out, so he doesn't want to queue behind his teammate.
Yeah.
Probably a good call. So mediums for Tim Ant. I think the Rock's also gone mediums.
Yeah. And yeah, I see Iconic's gone for the medium. So Iconic's played a blinder here. He's vaulted back up the grid. The softs have paid off for him.
So Breno's had to go onto the hard compound tyres, as well as Banana, so they probably had really no other option here. I think softs is probably a long shot to get to the end of this race.
Yeah, well, I guess Bodhod's probably going to try string it out till, well, another 4 or 5 laps and then go softs, but yeah, it's tough.
Could get another safety car though, so I mean,
Correct.
You don't rule out, and got Smeg has also continued on as well. Of course, he did pit earlier on.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to try go to the end on those, because that wouldn't be impossible.
So what's he, 7 laps, so that would have been, what, lap 5 when he came in.
I mean,
It's the tough order, I gotta say. I mean, if he does a bit of tyre conserving and maybe holds off these guys behind, who obviously got the much fresher rubber behind, then could be even with a shout, but it's a real tough ask.
Yeah, again, I mean, we obviously didn't think soft medium was the option, but
No.
if it is, maybe he can eke out some tyres. It says Cracker says he's on the lead lap on his screen, so maybe. I mean, there's a good chance our board's completely gone. So
Yes.
actually, and we are forgetting. At the start, it said on the second lap or on the third lap, so I think our lap board is still also off. So we may actually be on lap 11 right now. I honestly, I don't
great.
know. So we'll do the best we can.
Well, I mean, if we go on 1 extra lap, then we know we're screwed, but we'll find out. I think Alcatraz is having close ones with Iconic there. So we all should be nearly all back and maybe going again after this lap, so... Wait for both Alpha Tauri drivers to catch up. Well, Chevy Crackerjack is, even though it says on watching on Tau screen that he's 5-6 laps down on the leader. So don't really know at this point. I mean, if one of those guys was streaming, then we'd actually prove the point. But
yeah, well, I think we can safely say he's not 5 laps down because it's increasing even though he's driving. So I mean, yeah, he's commented on the screen that he's on the lead lap, so we'll take that at face value.
Okay. If he goes on somehow to win this race, then I don't know what is going on with Codemasters, but...
I'd be a great thing if he won. As I said, he was 20-something laps down. I'd be all about that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're hearing all about that for quite a while.
So I think the biggest winner at the moment is Tim Ant. Tim Ant, he's on the best strategy. He's effectively second. I mean, he could do no risks right now. He's going to at least make the championship even. So I think he just needs to keep his car alive, and he's having a really good Grand Prix.
Yeah, very much so.
But I have a feeling he's had enough of sitting second all season. I think he's going to try go for the win.
Yes, very much so. I don't actually know when his last win was.
He had 2 at the end of the last season. I think he won here actually in Diamond.
Did he? Yeah, I had a feeling. I may have watched one of the last couple of streams last season, and I had a feeling he may have won here. So it's obviously a good track for him. So I think the safety car's leaving the grid, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Might have been a very late call, but we're going to go for a restart. What is going on? Are we going? Yes, we are going. Bonhard's left that very late on the restart, but he'll lead into turn 1. Smeg's very much close behind him. Rock getting very sideways, wants to get past Smeg as quick as he can. He's trying the first couple of corners. Want to be careful it doesn't go flying, although the wider tracks should be okay. I think he's got into second spot. And Tim-Man under attack from Curving Texas here.
Yeah, actually, Tim's fallen.
Curving around the outside of Smeg, so he's up in the third spot here. This to me one hell of a recovery drive for Curving, I gotta say, is the racing points going side by side here. I think Smeg's holding on for the time being. Iconic trying to go around the outside, which will turn to the inside, and he gets it done.
Yeah, back up to the front. Looks like Rock's going to get the move done very quickly. He's darting around.
Just wants to play it patiently here. Knows Bodhod will have to pit. He's just going to bide his time here. Don't want him to hang around behind him too long because he's got that Red Bull coming up very fast.
Yeah, Curving's got the pace at the moment. I don't know what's happened to Tim. Tim's just like fallen off a cliff at the moment.
Yeah. He may recover. He might try get his pace back very soon here, but look at this. It's actually pretty close here between the top 4, so it's Bodhod that leads. Oh, somewhat iconic here. I look like got very sideways. It's the Rock that is in second spot. Very close behind here. You got Curvy Texas, then Iconic here and Tim Ant in the top 5. Smeg's just starting to drop away a little bit here.
Yeah, locks.
Oh, up the inside, the Rock goes. Put Bot off a little bit here. Of course, no DRS until the next lap. He's got more overtake than Bodhod does, but it's just slowly, Bodhod will fight. You have to try and go around a long way here. He's trying. I think he's got it this time. Yeah, Bodhod's out wide. Curving may take advantage of this. Iconic gets past into third spot as these two go side by side. Curving into here, into the chicane.
He's got it done.
And he's got it. What a good move that was from Curving Texas. So he started second, went back to pretty much dead last, and now he's back up into the race lead on lap 15. And Bodhod's now concede a spot to his teammate by the looks of things.
Yeah, probably the smart move. Let his teammate go.
Yeah.
Oh, Smeg completely sideways out through.
Oh.
He's caught it. He's done bloody well.
I just called those back into that on your stream, but I think
And got another safety car.
Bodhod may. Oh, we do. It looks like banana, maybe. I think.
Got a Toro Rosso on the screen apparently. Disregard whatever that is. Banana's lost wing, so yeah, I'd assume banana, but
Yeah.
oh, it's a free pit stop now for Smeg, who comes in. Bodhod goes soft, so gee, that's a great call actually.
Yeah, that was perfect timing. Literally. Excuse me.
Yeah, and Cutsy pits, as does False and Banana, so I assume they'll all go for... They're on hards. Okay, no, I thought they were actually going in to finish their box, but they've come into hards, so... That's an interesting choice.
That's very strange.
Banana
That one with only, what have we got, 12 laps to go, nearly.
Yeah. So... Well, Curving leads, and he's the one with the pace, so he'll hope to drive away when we get going again.
Yep.
Alcatra's in P4. I have no idea how that's happened.
Yes,
He has no business being there at the moment. He's had a horrible race, but he's there, so he'll take it.
Oh my word. Yeah, you definitely take it.
He's on the right tire. He's not there on any weirdness. He's on there on the right tire too, so he's just slipped through. Yeah, Bodhod is going to be the one to watch now in 9th on brand spanking new softs.
Yep. He'll be definitely with a lot of pace. Wonder what excuse me. I wonder what Breno does here. Whether he stays out on the hards or whether he may come in for a cheeky pit stop or soft. So I think
Oh, the fake.
Is anybody going
There
to
it
come
is.
in? Oh, they've got a ton of fake. Yeah.
Yep. As we're going to pass the stricken Toro Rosso on the screen again.
Oh, just wow. Okay. I'm going to assume that's Crackerjack's car.
A part of me wants that to be there, and I mean, I don't want Curving's race to get blown up, but a part of me wants to see someone actually collect him.
Okay, so it looks like Tim is taking advantage of this, and he's come in. So did he just shoot? Okay. Oh no, front wing change. And a set of mediums.
So he's got damage at some point. So that would explain the pit stop.
Might explain maybe the bad restart as well. Potentially, it's a tough one to say.
Yeah, it could also be where he's got the issue as Cracker drops out again. But yeah, he'll want to finish. He'll want to get up to at least P6 again because he needs to take advantage of this.
Oh yeah.
It looks like Breno and James Cruz are swapping spots. Oh, that's not. They're not swapping spots. They've spun round.
What has gone on there?
Well, that's as Breno's giving him a bit of a rub, and James Cruz giving him a brake check. So that's
dear.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
I think they'll definitely have to pit now, because I think James has got not much wing, and I don't know about Breno. I think he's probably got 0 wing.
Yeah. Well, that's very. I mean, yeah, that'll be really interesting. I have no idea what's going on there. I can imagine the stewards are going to be handing out some pretty chunky fines for those. Oh
yeah. There's going to be some big penalties coming for that one. Be interesting to see on both their point of views what happened, but they'll definitely have to come in and put the softs on now.
Gives him another run. So we'll stay on here and see what tyres they go for. Surely the softs. See which pit crew can go to quicker. Oh, and Breno's going to have to stack as well. So forget that. As James goes softs. But he's stuck.
On the mediums again. Okay. I wonder why Alcatraz has come in to pit on soft compound tyres. He's in pretty much a podium spot.
Yeah, that's
I find that weird.
Yeah, that's a bizarre one.
I mean, I know he'll have pace later on. Maybe he's trying to get that pace, but do you prefer to have late pace or track position?
I mean, I can't imagine this. Like the mediums, by what 6-7 laps in, they're going to be the same pace. But by the time he gets anywhere near the front, it's going to fall off, I guess.
Yes, it's a weird one, but
yeah.
I mean, we'll have to wait and see if he comes through.
Yeah, I guess his benefit is his teammates in front. He'll probably hop straight out the way. And then he'll have Tim Ant, who he imagines is probably going to go forward as well. And then two hard runners. So I guess in his mind, he's getting up to at least 6th again. But, yeah, that's an interesting one.
I think this track also as well is well known for its track limits, I think. So may vault himself up a little bit more later in this race if track limits were to apply.
Yeah. We'll have a little quick look, see what our leaders are on. So 1 penalty for curving, a 5-second and a penalty for the rock.
He said that at the pit stop, I think.
As well. Iconic with one as well, as is KD. He's got a few, and Bodhod's got nothing. So Bodhod actually is in the absolute. So Bodhod's played a blinder here. An absolute
Just
blinder.
Just keeps it clean, and he's probably got this one in the bag. As we're back racing again, as someone has nearly lost it. It might have been Iconic Hugh, or otherwise he was trying to warm up the tyres. But it's Curving Texas that leads, as The Rock is trying to make a move already into turn 2, and he's got that done.
Gee, that's a fantastic move.
Curving's not had the greatest restart. Iconic may try. No, he just settles back in behind. Katie's not far up in there as well. And don't forget Bodhard as well on the fresh, well, yeah, relatively fresh, soft compounded tyres. That was very weird for Curving. When he just didn't get the drive, had a terrible corner out of turn 1. But The Rock was just up there straight away, not mucking around at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's a brilliant move.
There's Bod. Looked like he was trying to make a move on Katie, but no can do there. I think the guys on behind on the soft compounded tyres and fresher medias will probably be making moves as well.
Yeah, I think
Don't
Katie
think there's...
will be better to just let this one go, and he does.
Yep. So there's Bodhart up in the 4th place.
Yep. And the other soft runner we need to look at is Actraz, who has made up a spot or 2 here, so it's working out for him as well.
Yep. Into 9th place is behind Tim Ant, so if he can keep with Tim Ant, then he can definitely get a few positions, as I think Iconic here may have had a little slide again, but it's looking like The Rock's just trying to get into a rhythm, but Curving is definitely trying to get back into his rhythm again, and he's closing that gap again to the race leader. Tim Ant made the move, I think, on Cutsy for 7th, so as we go again, Rocker's spot hot goes very, very wide there. Won't want to be doing that too often.
Yeah, he just needs to keep it clean.
Yep, pretty much. 0.4 of a second. Iconic Hugh's there as well.
Oh,
someone looked like it went very wide there, as I think straight ahead was Alcatraz.
Yep. And puts himself straight back into the right spot, so he's thinking ahead there.
Yep, that'll lose him maybe a little bit of time there with that moment. Of course, we'll get DRS, obviously, the next lap. He wants to try and get past Cutsy as quick as he can. Softs to hards. It should be an easy move, you would think, up the inside. And up into 8th place. Back we go to the front here as Rock's really started to gain momentum, getting nearly a second gap already. And Curving, it might be a bit under pressure for him, Iconic there, as I think Breno's made a move on false for 10th.
Yeah, no, go back, actually. Actraz and Cutsy are still actually arguing it.
Yeah, I think Alcatraz has won that battle there, and he's up into 8th place, but he's lost quite a bit of time to Tim Ant, so you're hoping a few guys up front will battle away. They can start to drop that margin a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear it as well, but someone's car sounds horrible. It's like a real clanging, grindy gear sound.
Oh, it might be that, what do you call it, that, where everyone's in a high, or no, there's a gear glitch or something, I don't know.
Yeah, it sounds like Alcatraz's gearbox is about to explode. It sounds...
Go on his on board for a second.
Yeah, no, it's not the rev one, it just sounds like it's really, when he's braking it sounds really grindy.
Yeah.
On the off-board. Hopefully it's nothing, but might just be a sound for us.
Yeah, maybe. But we've got the DRS now enabled, I think, this lap, so might be prime for Curving. He's got that gap much better, much better down as he has a think about it, but might be more thinking the second straight here. I don't think you want necessarily pass on this first straight. You want to get the second straight here. Iconic Hughes just not far behind as well. We'll have a look at the rear view camera here. Curving will have to try go the long way around into the chicane at turn 11, and he does it, I think.
Yeah, he's done it again.
Yep, he has done it, so he takes the race lead back. Now he's just got to try and build that gap out. As his Bodhod's not too far behind. In fact, he's getting closer to that podium spot on the back of Iconic Hugh.
Yeah, I think Bodhod's going to want to dispatch Iconic probably the next lap.
Yep.
If he wants
want to get that done very quickly. really bolting here. If he gets that at 1 second gap, then that'll definitely help for curving. So you start lap 22. Look at the gaggle of cars behind here, behind the Rock, Iconic Q, Bodhod. KD is on 10 lap old mediums. Meg's not far behind as well.
Yeah, look at the spread of cars is fantastic. I mean, we've got 7th to 1st, 4 seconds. Yes, we've had the safety car, obviously, but I mean, even still, we're now 3 laps later. It's very close.
Very, very close. Say that as the racing point was Iconic here was very close to the back of the Rock, and he's not in DRS range of curving Texas, so might have to try and hang on this first straight here. Iconic may have a look, thought about it, just settles in for now. This won't be helping Bodhot either, because he'll be stuck behind. Many of these guys behind as well be stuck behind like a DRS train here.
Yep. Yeah, I think he's going to have to make a move in third sector, which is going to be really awkward, but I think that's the only chance he's got at the moment.
I think Alcatraz has lost a couple of spots there as well. He's back to 10th, so what's happened to him?
Him and Kutsi were going pretty hard, so I wonder, as it looks like Bodhod might try size him up here. Yeah, no, it's an awkward spot.
Very bold trying to go around the outside, I gotta say.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that's a bit sideways.
But that's what he needs.
This might be taking full advantage of this. And he does, so now he can try and get himself up in the second spot here. He's up on the podium, but he probably will want more.
So, yeah, the Rock's got no DRS either, so this will probably be a lot more straightforward. And he might cruise straight up to the back of curving. There's a huge gap from Kutsi to Timant, so there's something's going on there for sure.
Yeah, it's like nearly, what is it, 6.4 seconds, nearly 6 odd second gap, let's just say it that way. So, but now Bodhod I don't think he necessarily has to win this race, but just has to keep that gap close to curving Texas just to win the race on penalties. So, closing with DRS here. Again, not quite close enough on this one. It's like the battle behind is also heading up as well. As KD's on the back of Iconic Q. We'll keep an eye on this one with Bodhod. This is where he has to make his move. Does he go for it around the outside? No, just settles in behind. I think the other guys have, excuse me, settled in behind as well.
I think Timant will probably want to get KD and Iconic pretty quickly if he wants to get back on the podium.
Yes. Renault's mate moves as well up and back into 8th place. As Kutsi's dropped back to 10th, so something's happened there. Let's just see KD here closing in here, although there's a little bit of a battle group forming here with Iconic Q behind Iconic Q, I should say, with KD, Timant, and Smeg's not too far behind either.
Yeah, and you go a little bit further back. Yeah, Breno has got past, and Stone Tower have got past Kutsi, and Alcatraz, yeah, his charge forward has not worked.
Ah, he's got front wing damage, I've just noticed.
That'll be it. Yeah, that'll definitely be it.
Yeah, right wing end plate there for Alcatraz, so there's obviously been a coming together somewhere along the line. As we go back to this battle for second spot, Curving's nearly bolted 2.3 seconds away. So be hoping the Rock can keep Bodhod behind here. Is he going to try around the outside, which will turn to the inside here? And I think he has it. Not sure which one of these two has the DRS. Might be the Rock, actually. Is it the Rock?
Yeah,
I don't know. It is the Rock, so he'll come back here as Bodhod will have to break deep as he dares. Into the chicane. Now he gets it up in the second spot. So now he can try to close that gap to the leader.
Yeah, 2.4 seconds with 4 laps to go. So he'll need a good gap of pace, and I don't think he's got that much pace over curving. But we'll see.
Just slowly but surely just coming down. You can see just instantly bolted on the Rock. Rock might come under a bit of attack from Iconic here, so this battle for the podium may not be done with yet. Could be still decided on penalties, of course. Don't know whether the Rock will have DRS on Bodhod. I don't believe he will. Bit hard to tell here, but Iconic Q definitely does have DRS. I don't think the Rock does, so Iconic Q, oh, that's a little bit close for comfort there. Up the inside. As he's going to do it around the outside and gets it done. I think he might get DRS as well. No, it's hard to tell, actually. No, Rock's got it. I apologise. But I tried to set it back up the inside. I don't think he's got quite enough here, so...
Yeah,
that puts Iconic up in the third spot there.
Yeah, Tim Ant's really going
Oh,
to...
that's a bit sideways there for the Rock. KD may take full advantage of this.
Yeah, that's ballsy.
That is very ballsy. He gets it done up in the fourth. So Rock's just dropping away. He might actually lose more spots here because both Timat and Smeg, they're on a bit much more fresher rubber compared to the Rock. So he may even fall further down this field.
Yeah, it's to notice something something I've just noticed is these curbs are just like everyone's really struggling with the curbs, which hasn't been a problem anywhere else. So not too sure if it's setup related or track related.
Yeah, bit unknown for that one. Still got a couple of laps to go here. Gap's about 1.6 between the top two, but that's a great chopper shot here. KD trying to close in Iconic here, but just probably broke a little bit too late going into turns 5 and 6 there. I think he might still have the DRS though. Yeah. As he does. Someone's in the background. Tim-Out trying to get past the Rock here. They've both got DRS. Who's going to be the late breaker? It's here. Going to be the Rock that hangs on. Tim-Out will be trying to size up the move here. A much, much better run here. I think he's got DRS. I don't know whether the Rock does. He's going to get the move done, though, up in the 5th spot.
Oh.
That looked like a terrible run there for someone. It looked like the Rock. He's lost a lot of momentum, and Smeg was really right at the back there. Just lost so much momentum there, and yeah, Smeg may put him under a bit of pressure here very shortly. But Timac can now chase after these guys here.
And Cutsy's got back into 9th, and now he's got a 2-second gap. So I don't know what's going on down in that battle pack. It's really, really confusing how it keeps swinging.
Yep. Maybe it's the soft tyres maybe starting to die out a little bit. Although saying that, Bodhod's on 10-lap old softs, and the gap's nearly under a second. So, I mean, we saw earlier on Alcatraz had the front wing damage, so that's the real puzzle for that one. But you're starting to get underneath that 1 second barrier here.
Yeah, and I think Curving's had a horrible exit because that just went from well over a second to under a second.
And he's got the DRS as well. It says yellow flags. Is that Alcatraz? Has had a moment by the looks of it.
Yeah, oh, he's got no wing now. So, yeah, it's completely gone now.
Yep. Probably would have been a big loss through the first couple of corners there, but back we go to this battle for the lead. I think Bodhod's going to go for the move here. And he does. So he takes the race lead on the second to last lap here.
Yeah. And Curving not even fighting, so I'm assuming Curving does have that 5-second penalty left, and probably has no interest in battling.
Yeah. Wonder if he knows that Bodhod probably doesn't have, I think, 0 penalties at this stage.
Yeah.
We'll wait and see the final results, but starting to really pull away here, so... Well, Curving could keep it under a second here. This will be a very interesting last lap as we start the last lap here at Abu Dhabi. And that battle for the final spot on the podium is probably going to be heating up as well.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
We'll try and flick between them both. I have a feeling
Yep.
Curving might stay put, so we'll probably stick with this one.
So Connor Hughes currently P3 at the moment. Big Smeg's just dropped away a little bit. He has got by the Rock. We've missed that somewhere along the line, but he has got by into 6th. But Iconic's just hanging on for the time being. KD behind has got the DRS, so has Tim Ant.
And I'm watching.
That probably won't be helping Tim Ant a lot here.
I'll just keep watching that delta. If it starts shooting down, we'll flick back up to the lead, but it doesn't look like it's changing. In fact, it's getting bigger, if anything.
Yeah. Did get out in about half a second, but it just keeps going in between there. So, I mean, Curving will probably get a little bit back there. The DRS, as Tim Ant tries to go around the outside of KD, but I don't think he has got that done. So looking like this is all settling in. Barring penalties, obviously.
Yeah.
Could change the final podium positions here. We'll go back to the front. He's pretty much just done a last to first challenge pretty much for Bodhon. This might be the start that he needs to kickstart his championship campaign. He'll win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Although,
okay.
Hang on, we'll take that back.
So, at some point, Bodhod's got a bucket load of penalties. And Tim Ant's jumped him as well. Wow, okay, and Smeg's 4th.
Yep.
Iconic 5th, Rock 6th, KD 7th. Well, that's... I mean...
We might have jumped the gun a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll go back in.
Let's go to Bodhod.
Yeah, we've got the warning... Oh, look at that.
Oh, no.
It's all at the end. So, yeah, when we checked, it was all here, and we thought he was absolutely clean, but it's gone horribly wrong at the end. And Curving had, yeah, just the one in the end, so... Yeah, that's...
Fair play.
Yeah.
Fair play all around.
Well, not to take anything away from Bodhod, I mean, 17th to 3rd, in all consideration, is still a good effort.
Absolutely. But that probably did come up on the leader on our screen as well, that the many penalties that it usually does come up. So as here comes Alcatraz, you probably nearly park it behind a crashed car. I was going to assume that's Banana that's crashed it into the wall there. Man, oh man. Bonhod does get the driver of the day.
Yes.
I think. But it is Curving Texas that does take the race win. So what? He started from 2nd, went all the way back to last, and now he somehow won the race.
Yeah, that's probably one of the better Grand Prix. That might be right up there with the best Grand Prix we've ever had.
Yeah.
That had absolutely everything.
So we'll take one final look at the race results. So it's Curving Texas that does win the Grand Prix on the track. Tim Ant gets P2. Bodhod comes home in P3 with that penalty. Oh, those penalties are cost him at the end. Smeg home in P4. Iconic Hugh in P5. So in the end, doesn't matter with the pit stop drama early on. Smeg does get the better of Iconic Hugh. Rock ends up in 6th. Pulse in a KD ends up 7th. Breno in 8th. Stone Tell in 9th. And False Equation rounds out your top 10. James Cruz in 11th. Banana Cake in 12th. Alcatraz in 13th with many penalties. Most penalties this race. Cutsy in 14th. Crackerjack ends up with the DNF. So does Jaish. And the big one, the championship leader in Big Chich. Also a DNF.
Yeah, well, we did say once Pure had left, this is about to become easily the most competitive league in the Discord, and it's living up to it now. Championship leader's out, gap's tiny. I think Tim Ant takes the lead by a point, if my maths is correct, or it might be the other way around, but I'm pretty sure it's very close. We'll definitely be getting some interviews in So whilst we do that, we will be right back, and I'll put up the lovely music for you all.
You know you're better than that. You're working, you've been hiding, and you look half dead half the time. Wanna drain you like machines do. Used to guard you, just keep it on. So you've been working, you've been hiding, and you look half dead half the time. Wanna drain you like machines do. Used to guard you, just keep it on.
I was just like,
Welcome back, everyone. Top 3 in the chat. I tried to get championship leader, but I mean, unsurprisingly, probably not interested. Go with the winner, Curving Texas. I mean, you just run me through your race, really. It's not really any specific questions I have. It's just everything. I have a question for every lap, really.
yeah. How much time have we got?
Unlimited.
Yep.
Oh,
This could go for
well.
another hour if you want.
Yeah.
50
So,
words or less.
I'll start things off. Qualifying. Surprisingly very fast early on. I was like, well, ended up P2 in qualifying, faster than my blue time with no assist somehow. And I raced with assist, so knowledge to me now. But yeah, race start, I got a little bit swamped on the first lap. A few moves and stuff everywhere. It was a little bit scary. And then yeah, had a little bit of a coming together with my teammates. Got on the team radio, and yep, that went down well. Obviously, dropped back to last. Fortunately for me, unfortunately for Big Chidge, but that safety car came out perfect time for me. So got to go into the pits, changed my wing, got on the mediums, which was pretty helpful. Thankfully, I obviously had to start on the softs, so that was pretty good. And then yeah, made my way through to 5th, I think, before the next safety car. A few sort of moves in there, you know, getting through. A few dicey ones. At that point, my head was just like, go. I had no care for anyone. I did have care for everyone, but you know, so I was just trying to go, make moves, move my way up. Safety car came out. I pitted again. I wasn't sure about whether to go for the hards or the mediums there for that stint. I knew I could stretch at home with the mediums, but I didn't know what they'd be like at the end. And then yeah, so obviously kept that one going, and got to first before that next safety car. And then from then on, obviously dropped behind the rock early, and then got through. And I knew I had pace to go for it, and then I knew a lot of people had penalties around me. So once again, same as what happened on Monday, I just had to get to the end of the race, not cause any drama, and just stay at the point where I needed to be. And yeah, and then obviously come home with my first diamond win, which pretty happy about. Two in the week here on DNE, both blue and diamond, so pretty happy with that. But yeah, all in all, pretty much a roller coaster race there, but enjoyable. A little bit what's the word? Just, you know,
Frustrating.
frustrating. Just like, you know, obviously roller coaster and bit of high blood pressure moments, but all in all, it was pretty fun.
Yeah, we'll start with start asking some high intensity questions. I think now we've eased into the season. Do you think Red Bull needs a number 1 driver? Do you think you're the number 1 driver?
All right, I'm going to talk about this. Yes, I do believe so. Bit of chat before the race. I was driving Max Verstappen's car, the number 1 car. The restart happened. My number 1 car got stolen. Wasn't happy about that. So had to go into Albon's car. But yeah, I look, at this point, I feel like I've got the pace and the results. Obviously, it's a matter of consistency. Didn't start the season very well. First race, just, yeah, that went to crap. And then second race, unfortunately, couldn't make it. So put myself in a bad position, but slowly making our way back up there. And I think at this point, the team's got to favour me to get the job done here.
Strong words. Speaking of teams, go to both the Renaults, if this decides to hide the UI. There we go. We'll start with Bodhod. Thought you were going to win, especially because we checked your penalties and you had none until the end, and they weren't popping up at the bottom. So we were a bit blind in that sense. But yeah, 17th to 3rd, or 2nd, sorry. So that's a good race. Run us through it.
It was 3rd in the end. I lost out to Tim by 0.017 after being 0.006 up when I crossed the line. So that was a bit annoying. but I mean, I'll take a P3. I mean, P1 on track from last is like a super achievement. Particularly how I was feeling. I just had a massive headache about half an hour before the race, and usually that spells like spewing and stuff like 45 minutes later. So I was just absolutely rolling around in qualifying. That's why I didn't set a lap. I ended up just aborting my last run, giving a toe to Tim, which got him up a little bit. And I was originally planning on just retiring after 3 or 4 laps. I didn't think I'd make it through. But luckily I started to feel a bit better as he went on. But yeah, it was a pretty wild race, so I guess it kept my mind off how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And yeah, the mediums to softs ends up working. The safety cars, like they just let me stay out and get a bit of the track position. Even though I had pace to pass some of the back people, it just helped me get kind of in the fight with the front guys. And in that last safety car, I just chucked on the softs. I think I was the only one to do so actually, which I was a bit surprised about. And that kind of gave me the pace to catch up to the leaders, just being on the fresher tyres. So to come across the line P1, considering like how rubbish I was feeling beforehand, is really, really good. In terms of the penalties, which you kind of mentioned before, I got a straight up 3 second for cutting a corner, going too deep on Breno. I'm not going to dispute that. I'll take that 3 seconds. Because that was, I probably should have redressed it, but he was in a fight with the guy behind him as well, so that probably would have caused chaos if I tried to. So that was a bit dodgy on my end. And then the other 2 I got kind of within the last 5-6 laps, I was starting to kind of phase out a bit, just with like how I was feeling. So it was just sloppy stuff, which ultimately cost me. But I mean, to get a podium, I think it's my first podium this season, and I think I only missed the podium 3 times last season, so it's my best result by far. So I can't complain. And that was my race. And it's good result for Renault as well, 2-3.
Yeah, of course. So obviously you guys probably, I mean, if you start picking up your form, you probably got the favourites to win the constructors. I think actually you take the lead of the constructors now, if I'm not mistaken, by probably a fair margin. We'll go to Tim Ant. I'm not too sure because I haven't got it in front of me, but I think you're either a point behind or ahead, or somewhere within a very close region now. So the championship's completely on for you. Run us through your race.
First off, congratulations to the number 1 Red Bull driver. He drove a good race, had a good qualifying. I feel like I had a good start, and I into turn 4 I absolutely fluffed it and almost basically took out KD. So that wasn't good on the resume. But I felt like I had good pace through the whole race. I was pretty quick in sectors 3 and sort of the start of sector 1. Sector 2 I wasn't really up there, but the DRS helped me a lot. The safety cars, especially the 2nd and 3rd, they really helped me out a lot. They came out like just the perfect times for me to come in and get a good stop on. And I felt the fresh tyres really helped me, and especially towards the end when I closed that, what was it, half a second gap to Bodhod in the last sector to snatch P2. So I'm just happy with my result, really.
Yeah. I'll ask you a similar sort of question. Do you think Renault needs to prioritise one car to get a championship sealed up?
I can help answer that too if you want. You go first.
Yeah, I've been spoon feeding these questions for the first 5 weeks. It's time.
Oh, absolutely, mate.
All right, I'll respect Cyril Abitbul and say no. I think we're just ahead in the constructors, so I would say we can afford to have a bit of to and fro between us, and there's no real ranking. Of course, he is a previous world champion in Diamond, and it's really just my first full season, so I've got to respect the king.
Yeah, I think this is a classic, or not necessarily a classic, but a Seven Charles moment. Like he's got the fiery pace, and he's probably the quickest driver on raw pace. So like in the first few races, I just wasn't on the pace. Like just kind of poor performances on my end. So like I just tried to kind of let him go because I know he's the championship favourite. Like just give him a toe and quality and that kind of stuff. So I'm pretty happy if he takes number 1, but I'm hoping to kind of be more in the top 5 range rather than kind of the 5 to 10 range where I have been. So I think for convenience's sake, because he's fighting for a championship, he gets preference. But yeah, my goal's timed to close up to his speed so it can be a bit more even.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, very well answered by everyone. I'll let everyone go. Thank you for the entertainment. I don't think we're going to see many races now bigger than 5-second gaps. It's going to be very exciting. Condolences to Chich. Still haven't asked him what's happened because it's a very bizarre spot to lose the car. I'm not sure if anyone else, any of you guys are behind.
I have done that. I did that last year here.
Yes, you did. Actually, that's correct.
Same corner.
Yeah.
And I did it at Blue as well, and I actually did it at my first quali lap too today. So
Okay. I guess either I've never seen anyone drop it there. To be fair, so that's just a me thing, I guess. But
Too good for us.
that's not what I meant. But actually, I will ask everyone. What did everyone think of the curbs? Because every restart it looked like someone was just on absolute queer street over the curbs.
yeah,
Okay.
even on fresh tyres, I was trying to stay off him. I was slippery.
I'll put something out there. The safety car for this is very hard to run by. Your tyres are way too cold. You can't jump early.
Yeah.
So by the
Safety
time you come
car's
down
too
last
slow, yeah.
corner, you just run real wide those first like 2 corners.
Fair.
I was kind of just trying to stay off of the curbs as much as possible, especially up through like turn 2 and 3, because I know how shit that is.
They're deadly.
Bodhod went across it on, what was it, last lap or second last lap?
Second last, I think. Yeah.
And we were like, oh. But yeah, it's a bit dangerous sometimes, so you just gotta play it safe at this point.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna let you guys all go, and I'll let Roscoe sign us off. And on his word, the stream will end. But that'll be all from me. So thank you guys all for joining.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
It was a
mate.
long one, so cheers for sticking with us.
No worries.
Cheers.
Great job, guys. Yeah, all round. So, yeah, I'll say that was a very entertaining race. We obviously got the Master Tier tomorrow night, where myself and Tao will be racing as always. Hopefully, we're an improvement on last time out at the Netherlands, which for both of us was not ideal. But after that, we will head to the United States for the next round. So